Just give me a minute, please.
The mission of Howden India is to provide risk management, risk consulting, information, insurance broking, insurance portfolio management. My role is exploring and implementing strategic technology initiatives at the organization and keeping my organization absolutely safe and secure. There were a lot of solutions that we had in place, but the solutions were all in silos. A lot of manual things in IT operations. What was missing was a single, comprehensive, one-size-fits-all kind of solution. After doing a detailed analysis, we realized that Microsoft 365 Business Premium had just about everything that we would need from a security perspective, from productivity perspective, everything that an organization of our size and scale would really want to have in place. It was also cost effective. Our IT operations have really streamlined when the government of India announced a national lockdown. One of the biggest benefits has been that we could provide that kind of uninterrupted operations. During this entire remote working scenario, Teams has been like a lifeline to us. This is the first year where we had all our audits done virtually. The fullest use of OneDrive, SharePoint, and Teams have come to the forefront. Real-time collaboration and solving things together. I think the biggest success of any technology implementation is how well your business uses it for its growth. The cost saving has been around 80 to 85% on the infrastructure side. Howden India is having big wins. We won new clients and we managed to renew our key customers. And it's been absolutely uninterrupted operations, complete productivity. Microsoft 365 Business Premium has given us a competitive edge. The mission of Howden India is to provide risk management, risk consulting, information.
Okay, that was our customer, Howden India. They are in the financial sector, and all the people which you saw in the video, they are all employees of Howden India. So we moved their email, we moved their document management system, we moved their security, we moved their payroll system, we moved their accounting system, we moved everything on the cloud. And we are going to share you the link, which is a case study done by Microsoft on their website. So, you can actually read about it once you are back in your office, essentially. So now that we have seen this video, I'm going to now start my presentation, and I'll go through the information which is there in terms of security, what we are going to cover, and then we are going to do the demos. So please be free to ask questions as and when you wish to. We will keep answering those questions during the course of our presentation. So now please give me a couple of minutes to start off my presentation, please. Okay, so we'll get started. Most of you on the call are our customers, but just a quick update in terms of what is TechGyan. We have been providing solutions for last more than 20 years now. There are three core areas where we work. Teamwork 365 is our service brand for productivity and collaboration. Secure IT 365 is our service brand for security related services. And Data Center 365 is our data center transformation service. So we have been winning multiple awards, both Indian awards and international awards. And we are a Microsoft Gold partner with multiple gold certifications. Now, in this post-pandemic world that we live in, there is one thing which is certain. As far as the way we work is concerned, it is always going to be hybrid way of work in future. So there will be people who will be coming to office, and there will be people who will be working from home or from anywhere else. In this situation, you will face multiple challenges. The new normal, as we call it, has demonstrated that in order to survive and thrive, businesses need to invest in 3 capabilities. Number 1 is real-time collaboration, which is an absolute must. Whether a person is in office, outside office, anywhere, there should be a platform which will allow you to collaborate very, very seamlessly. Second big requirement is security. And finally, everything world class, but at reasonable cost. That's the basic 3 requirements which customers have today. Many of the businesses were already exposed to security risks before COVID-19, and the switch to remote work has increased this risk. The research shows that the employees now are using wide range of free and consumer solutions which have got questionable security. They are accessing business data from their home devices which are not properly protected. They are confronted with even more phishing attacks which are COVID-19 specific. This is a situation which is absolutely ripe for mistakes and attacks, which is why businesses like you are getting very, very serious about security. As the ways we work are changing, the security threats are also changing. There is more sophistication in the way the bad actors attack, and the frequency of attacks is greater. There are 4 types of security threats that one needs to be aware of and protect from. Malware is one, obviously. Second is viruses. Third is phishing threats. And fourth is ransomware attacks. These are anyway causing losses of billions of dollars every year. And it is not just the big people, the bigger enterprises, even smaller companies are getting affected with this. We will be discussing about the security offerings available through the Microsoft platform. Now, essentially, there are 3 main lines available. One is a business basic line, which is ideal for businesses that need remote solution. It has got web-based solutions for email and document management. Then you got business standard, which has got MS Office offline. Third solution, third platform, which we are going to focus a lot today, is business premium, which has got a complete range of security offerings for the businesses. It's a complete range. It's an all-in-one solution through which you get complete productivity as well as complete security. Now, let me give you some details about the additional things available in Business Premium, which are security focused. The workloads would be Azure Active Directory Premium. Then you got, that is for identity protection. Azure Information Protection is, as the name suggests, protecting information. Intune, which is for device management, whether it is laptops or mobiles or tablets. Defender for Office 365 is to help you protect from email related and document related threats. Defender for Business is your device level protection. You also get enhanced exchange. Now, what is enhanced in this? Users of Business Basic and Standard get 50 GB of main mailbox and 50 GB of archive mailbox. But in Business Premium, you get pretty much unlimited archive space. In addition, you will also get advanced functionality like legal hold and e-discovery, which is very, very useful in compliance. So, the idea is what the legal hold does is that if for any reason the front end mails have been deleted maliciously or accidentally, at the back end, the complete mailbox copy is being maintained at the admin level. So if tomorrow there's an inquiry for anything, we can always dig out the details. E-discovery allows you to search via keyboards across all users. So, you have 30, 10, 20, 30, 50, 100, 200 users. You give a particular keyword and it will do a search across all the mailboxes. Immensely useful in compliance, immensely useful. You also have enhanced SharePoint, where again you get legal hold and e-discovery in documents this time. And then you got enhanced Windows 10 for Business. It's a free upgrade from version 7 or 8 Pro. So this is interesting because you know that version 7, Windows 7 Pro and 8 Pro are end of life. So if you take this solution, you also get a free upgrade to Windows 10 for Business, which is superior to Windows 10 Pro. There are many additional security features available in this Windows. It's bundled along with the Windows 10 for Business. Now let us look at some of the things one by one. Business benefits of using identity. Let's look at what identity can do for you. It includes multi-factor authentication, which has Hello for Business. It also includes passwordless authentication. You can use a device-specific PIN or Microsoft Authenticator or simple OTP. Now, device-level PIN, let me explain to you. For example, I have got a couple of laptops which are used by myself. Each has got a unique PIN. This PIN is unique to that hardware and unique to my password. If somebody were to know the PIN but not know my password, it will not help. So it's a very unique thing, combining multiple things. And Windows Hello uses biometric sensors or PIN to verify user's identity. Microsoft Authenticator app is a software token that allows you to verify your identity with built-in biometric or a PIN. Now, conditional access. Conditional access is a combination of if-then statements. It includes users, groups, locations, networks, devices, applications. So, for example, if a user is accessing this device, allow. If user is not accessing this device, do not allow. If the user is coming from India, allow. If the user is coming from any other country, do not allow. So, it's a combination of if and then statements, which will include where you can either block access or ensure that only compliant devices have access, or only multi-factor authentication is compulsory, or you can say that, okay, force a password change. If somebody is coming from out of India, you just force a password change, simple. So using conditional access, companies can ensure that no user or apps or devices can access your data unless they meet your company's compliance requirements, which you can specify as per your need. Defender for cloud apps for discovery. Now this can help you detect shadow IT and possibly risky applications. We discussed that how users are now freely downloading whatever they feel like and using. Some of these apps could be very, very dangerous for you. So shadow IT is exactly that. So it will be good to know who's using what applications. So if there are any dangerous applications, we should essentially remove those. So this is what Cloud App Discovery does. App proxy for on-premise access to web apps. Here, the Azure Active Directory's application proxy provides a secure access to your on-premise applications. So after you log into Azure Active Directory, user can access both cloud and on-prem apps through external URL or through application portal. SSO, single sign-on to other applications. If you enable a single sign-on, with Azure Active Directory, it means users will just sign in once, access all their Microsoft and non-Microsoft apps with the same credential. This is very useful for everybody. Useful for the user because they just remember one credential. Useful for the company and the admin because in case of an issue, they reset one password and all the application access goes away. So that's like a pretty useful thing to do. Now let us look at information protection. First, we will look at email data loss prevention. Some of the ways in which you can use email data loss prevention. You can restrict some set of users to send mails only to the company users. They cannot send it to outside. We have the situations where customers have come to us and said, we want certain set of users to send mails only internally. Fine, we have set up for them. Then you could have auto forward messages to senders manager. If supposing there are some people where you have a bit of a question mark or a risk, you could say that any mail this person sends out, it should automatically go to his manager for approval. And the user will not know. It will directly go, transparently go. That manager will, once he says OK, then that mail goes out. You could block messages with executable attachments. So if there is an incoming mail which comes in and that has got some dangerous workload, malware, etc., it will be blocked. It will not even hit the user's mailbox. You can set up spam levels as per the requirements. Then you have got a concept of a supervisor mailbox in which you decide a certain set of users and say, OK, for this set of users, all the mails which are outgoing should go to a different mailbox for compliance perspective. So, you could do that and it will happen automatically. Then you could, block the browser access for email. Now we got some type of customers who say, I want people to access their mails only when they come to office on their office machines and on the Outlook. I don't even want to give password to them. So there, even if they break the password, the setting will be such that they will not be able to use the mail on their browser. So that's an optional availability to you. You can monitor email forwarding. What it means is supposing somebody is sending the mail out to the personal ID, you could monitor that and you will know that who are the users who are sending mails outside. Sensitivity label is another very interesting use DLP feature by which you put sensitivity. Like if you put a label and say this mail should not be readable outside of my office possible. Or you may say this mail persons should not be able to print. Fair enough. Or you may say this mail should not be forwarded. No problems. So you can have various labels which you put into your mail and accordingly the mail will behave. So before I move to the document DLP, what I will do is that in the interest of time and in the interest of ensuring that we remain within our timelines, we will be sharing with you a link to the email DLP on our website. It has got a very good 20 minutes video, which actually gives you a demonstration of the email DLP part. Each and everything is whatever I've explained so far is demoed there. So, you can see a video and that will save us some time in this particular aspect. So we'll be sharing that link with you in the chat window. Next, let us look at document DLP. Here you can restrict users from deleting, uploading, creating, downloading files. Here it is important to understand that you should keep your documents in SharePoint and OneDrive and not in your PC. Because if you keep it in SharePoint and OneDrive, you can really do a lot of things with it in terms of security and other things. OK, you can have a different set of permissions which are assigned to the document. Some people can have edit rights, some people can have read rights. So you can be granular. You can have different levels of permissions given to different people. You can hide a specific file or a folder from any user. You can declare a particular file as a record. So what happens is when a document becomes a record, it cannot be edited, it cannot be deleted. And this can be happening automatically. For example, supposing you got your proposals, maybe I'm just giving an example. Now proposal, once it goes out, it should not be changed. So you can say that after the proposal is made, then 1 month after that, it should automatically become a record. So when it becomes a record, it cannot be edited subsequently. That happens transparently behind. OK. You can restrict certain users from deleting or uploading or downloading or creating files. It's quite possible. OK. You would want, if you want that only some domains should be, people should be able to share the internal documents only with certain domains. You can specify those domains, or you can say certain domains you don't want to be shared. So even that is possible. Restrict users from different locations. So you can say that, OK, these are the only locations. If somebody is sharing, we'll allow, otherwise we will not allow. OK, if some files, some confidential files are getting modified or deleted or downloaded, you want an alert, possible. You can get an alert. Legal hold and e-discovery I've already mentioned. We can have a document legal hold and document e-discovery also. Now here, as far as the document level DLP was concerned, again, we will be sharing the link with you in the chat window. It has got a detailed description of what all I discussed right now. And it has got a video which we have created where we are actually showing you all these things very, very clearly. Next, I come to the devices. Here, just to share with you, we are not going to, we are actually going to demo this part to you once the presentation is done. So device level DLP. Here we will standardize the corporate wallpaper. OK, so that as soon as the people start their machine, a specific wallpaper they will get. That will be very good from the branding point of view. And we can specify that corporate data should be accessed only via compliant devices. And device enrollment can only happen via IT person. We could wipe off all the data from a device, supposing the employee leaves or the device is lost. We could do a remote wipe also of the data. We can lock the USB devices so that the USB devices. Just a minute. Now, has my slide, can you see slide number 16 here, or which slide number you can see here? Can you please tell me? I'm on slide.
Yeah, it's 16 only.
16 only, no? Fine. So it's moving, that means. OK, fine. Yeah. So you can remote lock corporate devices, and you can allow employees, supposing somebody's traveling, you can say that, OK, if you are using the public Wi-Fi, you should only be allowed to use public Wi-Fi if you use company device. Why are we doing that? We are saying because if somebody is using a shared device on a public Wi-Fi, if some person through carelessness were to download files, it could remain on that public machine. So these type of conditions can be put, which will allow you to save data and prevent the data loss from happening from the devices. Now, again, very interesting. When you download a file from OneDrive or SharePoint, it will get downloaded as a work file or a corporate file. We'll be telling you how it will be protected. If there is a particular data to be accessed, you can only access it via managed applications. For example, if you are using a mobile device, and if you're wanting to access your email, corporate email, we can say that as only if you're using Outlook app, which is managed app, will you be able to access the data. If you try to use a Gmail client, you can't use it. Now, I spoke about work file or a corporate file. Supposing there's a work file is downloaded, and this work file, what happens is the work file, somebody tries to copy it on the USB drive. It will get copied, but it will not be seen. You can't access it. Then if you're trying to copy your work file to your one personal storage like Dropbox, etc., you will be prevented from doing so. In terms of your mobile, we can restrict the copy paste only within corporate apps. What do we mean by that? It means if you have some data coming in your Outlook on your mobile, you can copy it and paste it on your Word on your mobile, but you can't paste it on your Notepad. Notepad is an unmanaged personal application, so you will not be allowed to do that. Okay. However, the other way around is possible. So we are going to see this in the demo. You can use app policies, protection policies, by which we can say that, okay, multi-factor authentication is compulsory if you're using corporate apps. You can specify that only Outlook mobile will work. No other mobile client will work on your mobiles for your corporate data. Okay, we are not touching the personal data at all. You can specify that printing of corporate data should not happen through mobile. Even that can be specified. Then we are talking about you can block screenshots of corporate data. This is very interesting. You can block screenshot of corporate data from happening. So this again is a very, very interesting stuff by which you could pretty much prevent things from really happening essentially. Then you can remove company data from employees' device. Okay, while not touching their personal device, personal data. Again, this is very, very useful, very, very important, where we are not touching the personal data of a user. We are just removing the company data from the user's mobile. You can ensure that you can block the USB on the managed devices, and I've already mentioned that, and wipe off the corporate data from the system if it gets lost. Those were about, see, there are three categories I'm talking about. One category is about identity protection. I've already discussed that. Second category I discussed was about data loss prevention. Third category of security is threat protection. So in threat protection, we got three things here which we'll discuss. Number one is Defender for Office 365. This is a cloud-based email filtering service which helps protect your organization against unknown malware and viruses by providing robust protection, zero-day protection, and includes features to protect your company from harmful links and attachments in real time. So if there is any mail which comes in, it has got a harmful link. If a user were to click on that harmful link, automatically a message will come that this link is not a good link. So accordingly, you could it will protect the users. Windows, and same thing with attachments. If there is an attachment which is not a good attachment, a malicious link, malicious virus is there in that attachment. If a user were to click that attachment, automatically there will be a message. Next, we talk of Defender Exploit Guard. This will allow you to manage and reduce your Surface apps so that the attack can be restricted. Whenever you're using the apps on your mobile, not mobile device, on your PCs, this will ensure that apps are protected from attacks. Third is a Defender for Business. This is a top of the line, probably one of the best antivirus, anti-malware solutions available. Defender for Business. You obviously don't need any antivirus if you're using this. It includes endpoint detection and response. So it will detect also take action. So it is not just detection, it will take action. It will do a threat management. It will protect Windows PCs, Macintoshes, mobiles, and cloud PCs, everything. So it is not just for your Windows machines, it is for everything. Okay, I'm super excited to talk about this device lifecycle management as a service. With this managed services, we are offering complete visibility to customers on the devices that are accessing corporate information. Not only that, we also take full responsibility for the complete lifecycle management. So our service is used to manage your company's endpoints, which could be mobile devices or desktops also, or servers also. We will see more about some of these things in the demos, which we have planned for today. So few questions, essentially. Sometimes this question is asked, but this, if you go for this, the cost becomes a little on the higher side. The question is, do you consider security as a cost or as a need for compliance? Let me share something interesting with you. One of our customers last week connected with me and he said, I immediately need a data loss prevention. I said, why? He said, no, because my auditors, they are in the industry where they are supposed to protect their data of their customers. He said that my certification will not happen if I do not have any solution for that. So, the idea is that many times due to our lack of taking sufficient care, we expose our data, customer data or vendor data or our own data to the outside world. We are not bothered about it, but there are costs involved in that. So if you are going to look at just a basic cost of the solution, then obviously you'll say, oh, this is pretty expensive. However, when you look at as a solution and compare it with any other solutions available, which give you complete protection, it is a very, 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 very cost-effective solution. What all it does, it protects your identity, it protects you from data loss, it protects you, it gives you threat protection, and it gives you a complete endpoint lifecycle management. You're going to see some of these things right now. And it's not that people are not using it. We have quite a few customers who are using this solution. And when I say using the solution, they could be somebody like Howden, which has got 250 users, to Interlink, which has got 50 users, to Juriscorp, which is a law firm, which has got about 100 users, to Viriscent, which has got more than 60 users, and many, many more who have taken this solution. Okay, so there are many such customers who have taken this solution from us, and then they keep so because they say that by taking one solution, I am protected from all the possible attacks which could ever happen to me, essentially. So now what we'll do is that we will go into the demos, and in case you have any questions at this point in time, please do ask the questions, because I would love to answer your questions at this point in time. But we are going to move into the demos right now. Keep posting your questions, please. And we will also be sharing with you survey, our internal for improving our services to you. And subsequently, once the demos are over, maybe next 1 or 2 days time, we'll send you a complete mail with all the important links and a survey which we would request you to fill up, because that survey will directly go to Microsoft. That will tell Microsoft whether we are doing a good job or not in terms of educating our customers, right? So now please give me a minute. Let me stop presenting this and share my screen. Before that, I would like to just quickly share a short video, 2.5 minute video, which will speak about whatever security stuff which we have discussed so far. Just give me a minute, please. And of course, I'm open for questions, but please fire your questions. Either you can put in the chat window, or you can unmute yourself and ask the questions. No problems. So give me a minute. I'll start this video. Okay, so I'll put off my camera and I'm just going to start.
Security, 60% of small businesses don't feel prepared for cyber attacks. But protecting your company is easier than you think. Microsoft 365 Business Premium brings together advanced security capabilities with collaboration tools to help you run your business securely from anywhere. Here are the top 5 ways in which Microsoft 365 Business Premium can benefit your business. Communicate and collaborate effortlessly. You want to spend less time switching between apps or searching for files and more time being productive. With Microsoft Teams, your employees can collaborate in real time through chat and online meetings, share files, and co-author documents, all in one convenient place. Protect from unauthorized access. Your remote employees need access to data and files, but their email and password could get hacked. Advanced multi-factor authentication uses a second form of authentication and has been shown to thwart 99% of identity attacks, protecting you against lost or stolen passwords. And conditional access policies help ensure only authorized people have access to company data. Microsoft 365 Business Premium helps protect you against phishing attacks and ransomware. Real-time AI-powered malware scanning helps protect attachments and links in shared docs across email, Teams, and OneDrive, while anti-spoofing technologies help defend against impersonation. Plus, it helps thwart ransomware by preventing unauthorized apps or scripts from accessing files. Safeguard your sensitive data. You probably deal with sensitive information like customer data or credit card numbers. The information protection capabilities of Microsoft 365 Business Premium help safeguard confidential data against breaches or accidental loss by encrypting email and protecting against unauthorized access. Secure your work data on personal devices. As employees use personal phones or tablets to access work data, Microsoft 365 Business Premium can prevent confidential work files from being saved into unsecure personal locations. Mobile app protection policies help keep work and personal apps separate and also allow work data to be wiped remotely if an employee moves on. Those are just 5 of the ways Microsoft 365 Business Premium can help enable secure work from anywhere while being cost-effective and easy to use.
Okay, so that was a very quick video in terms of whatever we have covered so far. Now we go to the very interesting section, which is demos. I will be taking assistance from my colleagues here who will be helping me out with the demo part. And as I said, please keep firing the questions in the chat window.